Hi everyone, it's Luna. Today I'm doing a critique for Webstrike on ZMS, who sent me two 3x3 solves with ZZ. In this video, I'm going to critique them. So with that said, let's get right into it. Okay, so for the first solve, you did yellow EO cross and orange front. You saw that your badges were here, and you did U2 to align this one, L, R, F prime, L prime to solve EO, and then you just solved your last two cross pieces like that. In this scramble, the first thing I saw was this solved orange-white edge. So what I would have done is I would have looked for an EO cross on orange, and it's usually easier to preserve this if it's in the back. And here, it's the same EO case, and you can do U2, L, R, F prime, but then you have a better cross like this. Your solution still could have been better though, because starting out the way you did, like this, everything up until here was fine, but here, you did U prime B2, U R2, which isn't very ergonomic, it's pretty annoying, and it's 4 moves, but you could have done D prime R2, D R2, which is still 4 moves, but it's a lot more efficient. So, well, not more efficient, it's a lot nicer. The ergonomics are a lot nicer, it's a lot faster, it doesn't have any regrips. So that would have been a better way to finish, but your solution was still decent though. For your first pair, you did this, but instead of just doing U prime and inserting, you did U, U2. It's a bit hard to see this, but it would have been better to just, like, you could have deduced this from here, which is not that hard because, like, you can see that this is the right corner from these two stickers. And then this has to be the blue-red edge, because you know it's an F2L edge, because all the U layer edges would have white on top. So it can be red-blue or red-green, but the red-green is over here. So obviously this is red-blue. And then you insert it, and then kind of the same problem you did U2 before inserting this. I feel like this you should have been able to avoid, so definitely work on that. Okay, so after that pair, next you did this one, which it's good that you did this one and not this, because this pair is better. But you did like U2, R, U prime, R prime. And then that's not too bad, like if it's last slot, that's what I recommend. But since it wasn't last slot, so here, it would have been better to just do D, R prime, U prime, R, D prime. That would have been faster. But anyway, you did this, which is still okay. But then after that, you did U, U prime, kind of the same thing as before. But from here, you should have been able to look ahead to this. It should have been pretty obvious, because like from here, it's right in your view, and this corner just goes back there, R, U prime, R prime, and then it should be pretty obvious what this is from here. You shouldn't need to do that. Anyway, you did this pair like this, and then inserted. In general, that solution is great for front slots. From the back, I prefer to do that, but you did it pretty fast, so it's still cool. It's still good. And then here, you did R prime R. I think you were going to start doing like an anti-sin like that. And then you reversed that though, and you did U to preserve this block. It's good that you knew to preserve the block, but like from here, like you probably should have just finished the anti-sin from here, but like it's good that you knew that. And then you just did the U prime. So there was really nothing wrong with the last layer other than that. For the second solve, you did white ear cross and blue front. And you started by doing F2 to solve this cross edge, and then you solved EO with U prime, F prime, U, F, and then you just fixed these cross pieces with D, replacing that, and D2. I would have done yellow ear cross with blue front, because here you can set up 3 edges pretty easily with R prime, F, R, F, which solves EO, and then you have these 3 opposite, and you can just finish like that. But your solution wasn't actually, your solution was still okay, and you executed it pretty fast, so I think you planned it in inspection, so it was still okay. For your first pair, you did these 2 with U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L. That's a good solution. You looked at the back for this pair, which you should avoid. Admittedly, this was a pretty difficult case, but what you could have done here is you could have just done, so if you know you want to use this corner, the edge, it could be either this one or here. So it would have been faster to just do a quick U prime than to look at the back. So yeah, and then you solved it like that. Anyway, your next pair was these ones, which you had another pause for. Again, try not to do that. You did it like that, which is good. It's good that you knew to insert with the U2. In this case, it would have been better. It would have set up this pair better to do a U, but at your level, you don't need to be thinking about that. It's good that you knew that solution. And then you solve this pair like that. It's good that you knew that solution. And then for last layer, you did the ZBLL. You recognized it really fast, so that was great. I think you were using BH. You didn't do any like bad AUFs or anything. But the execution was definitely pretty slow. It took about 2.5 seconds in the solve. You should be able to do ZBLLs in about sub 2. And especially because that was a pretty easy one, I think you should definitely drill that out a bit more. For the most part, your solves are really solid. You have great F2L solutions and pretty decent EO cross solutions. I think the main place that you can improve is by F2L look ahead. You're pausing quite a bit during F2L and looking at the back a lot. You're also doing a lot of unnecessary AUF, so I think this is the place that you're really struggling with. And I think if you get better at this, this is where you'll see the most improvement. As I said, I don't know if this was a problem for you all the time, but that ZBL was pretty slow, so you should probably drill at least that out more, and probably, I'll just guess that that might be a problem with a lot of cases, so I'll just say try to get all of your ZBLLs sub 2 at least. And your EO cross solutions are pretty good, but they definitely still have a bit of room for improvement. So maybe just do a bit more practice on that. But overall, really solid solves, and good luck with your improvement.